and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to film a full day of eating because I feel like I've not done one of these in a while. By the way, sorry for not posting for 2 weeks. Let me clear that one up first. As you can tell, I still don't sound 100%. On my birthday, the night before my birthday, I started to feel really unwell, which is going back 2 weeks now. And I remember saying to my sister on the Saturday night, I was like, I think I'm getting sick. And then my birthday meal, like, it was a lovely meal, but I remember being like, all this food is making me feel sick. Then my skin started hurting, and then on Monday I came down with a really bad flu. And then from there, I thought I was getting better. And then on the Wednesday I developed this horrible cough, which I've still got now, and it's why my voice sounds a little bit funky. So I've been really sick for the past 2 weeks. Like, I didn't have a voice for like 1.5 weeks. So obviously I can't film a video if I don't have a voice. And honestly, I would not wish it on my worst enemy. Not that I have one, but honestly I really wouldn't. Like, I've not been that sick in my adult life ever. I was really unwell, and I ended up having to go on like medication and antibiotics and stuff. So yeah, just stay safe, guys. Be like, I know that you can't really always avoid getting ill, but like, just be like, I'm pretty sanitary. Like, I always have like hand sanitizer and stuff, but just like keep on top of things, because I would hate for any of you to get what I've had. Just be aware that there does seem to be something going around, because when I spoke about it, I had so many people tell me that they have been feeling the same and like just as poorly. So yeah, that's where I've been. But today we're back with a full day of eating. Changed my food quite significantly recently, in the sense that I'm actually not tracking at the moment. Now, I don't want to say I'll never track again or I'm not tracking anymore, because that insinuates I'm like never going to track again, and that's just not the case. But at the moment I'm not tracking. I've been poorly, which has thrown off my tracking, but before then obviously I was moving back home, I was away for a while, and I've just been quite busy and not had the time to pick up my tracking app. So I've actually not been tracking my food for probably like just over a month now. In terms of like my intentions for my food, it's just to be as balanced as possible with it. I am still trying to lean out a little bit, but not in like a rigid tracking way. I want to say it's intuitive eating, but also that's a little bit incorrect, because I've been tracking for like over 5 years now, so I don't know how intuitive that actually is, because I'm still eyeballing things, if that makes sense. Like, the only reason why I can probably not track and lean out is because of my years of tracking. So this video isn't going to be me bashing tracking, because I still don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just not working out for me at the moment. Obviously it's summer, I've got lots of trips planned. I had my breakfast this morning, which I just had 2 eggs scrambled, 2 chicken sausages, 2 pieces of bacon. I made a blueberry matcha. So that was my breakfast, and obviously I've had some water, and now I'm just getting slightly ready. Not ready, but just making myself look presentable, because, by the way, this SPF 50 is really good, because I have a call with ESN, who, if you watched my last vlog, you'll know they sent me some supplements. So I've just got a call with them this morning to learn a bit more about the brand, and I'm assuming they probably want to know a little bit more about me. But yeah, I was honestly so sick the past 2 weeks that there was no way that I would have been able to film anything, because I didn't have a voice for the vast majority of it. But my voice came back when I needed it. It came back when it mattered, because I had my voice for my sister's wedding. Also, I've got this new bracelet. So basically it says, I don't know if you can see, but it says HHA engraved for the street, the road that me, Kennedy, Vicky and my sister grew up on. So for my sister's wedding, it was me, Kennedy and Vicky as bridesmaid / maid of honours, and then we had my niece as well, and obviously my sister was getting married, and we've been friends for like, since we were probably like 6 or something. We've been friends for like almost 20 years. Just like the best friendship ever, just the best friendship ever. I honestly can't rave about it enough. It's just so weird. Like, we used to play out all the time. We never went to school together, but we were like street friends, so we're friends from playing out, and we've always remained friends. And I actually think the fact that we didn't go to school together helped us more, because I feel like sometimes when you go to school with people, you're friends with them because you're at school with them, whereas we never had that. Like, we didn't have to be friends with each other, but we would always play out together. We spent so much time together when we were little. Obviously we don't see each other quite as much now, but yeah, I just thought it would be a really nice wedding gift for everyone. So I got everyone this little engraved bracelet, and it's got a little heart talisman on the back of it, which I'm pretty sure is to signal like connections and strength and love. Yes, welcome to a full day of eating, trying to lean out but doing it a bit more intuitively, but take that with a grain of salt, because it honestly drives me mad when someone's tracked for like 5 years and then they're like, oh, I intuitively eat, and it's like, okay, but you know probably everything that's in food from 5 years of tracking your food every single day. I'm not entirely sure how like truly intuitive it is, but basically I'm just not tracking at the moment. I don't hate tracking. This video is not going to be me bashing tracking. It's just not working out for me at the moment, and so it was quite kind of stressing me out trying to do it, and it's just not worth it for me. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna hop on my call in 10 minutes. I'm gonna probably brush my hair and stuff first, but yeah, welcome to another video. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. I'm back really fussy and picky with who I work with. I've never really found a brand that does everything. I've never wanted to be someone that brand hops when it comes to partnerships, if that makes sense. Okay, so the call is done. I'm now about to head to the gym. Obviously this is a what I eat in a day, not just a vlog, so I've already started eating it, but I'm having to stop and charge my car again. If you are in the UK, please, no electric car yet, unless it's got a really good range. Mine doesn't. I think I just got mine too early. But also be aware, if you're gonna get an electric car, I don't like to encourage finance, but finance is probably actually your best option, because these do not hold value at all. I won't get into it, but it's laughable. Like, these electric cars tank in value. Just saying. I am so glad I did this on finance and didn't buy it outright. If I'd have bought this car outright, I would be crying. I am eating an apple. I'm not doing like a heavy session at the gym today. I think I'm just going to go and do some cardio. I might use the sauna for a little bit. I might do a little bit of upper body, but it depends on time and stuff, because it is now 11:25. It takes me like 20 minutes to get to the gym, 20 minutes to get back from the gym, and I'm currently having to charge my car. But yeah, I'm just having an apple. It's not the best apple. My favourite apples are Pink Ladies, and this is not a Pink Lady. I think this is a Jazz apple. They can be pretty yummy, but this one's, it's just like, it's crisp, but it's a little bit mushy. Like, the outside is crisp, it's a little bit mushy on the inside. Not a huge fan. I've also filled up my big hydro jug, so because I think I'm going to do the stairs, so I can't take my little one because I'll have to come on and off like every 5 minutes to fill it back up. So I'm taking my big one because I think I'm going to do half an hour on the stairs. And yeah, I've not eaten anything else, so that's it, but I'm very on it with my water at the moment. I've also got some mint humbugs in my car. I might chew on one of these after my apple on the way to the gym. I don't know why I bought these. I saw them in Morrison's yesterday and I was like, kind of fancy a bit of a mint humbug. But yeah, this is my pre-workout. But yeah, I'm gonna charge my car up and I will probably speak to you when I've done my cardio. Okay, I'm back from the gym. I'm gonna make my lunch, but I'm gonna show you what I put in it. This is a bit of a rogue salad. This might sound really weird to some people, but it basically started when I went to Italy and I was eating like cheese and fruit together and I was really enjoying it. And there's something about mozzarella that just my stomach can hack it. If anyone knows why, please let me know. But it's honestly really nice. Well, I think it's nice anyway. Basically a Parma ham, peach and mozzarella salad with like a balsamic and olive oil dressing on it. So I use Morrison's, the best Parma ham. I'm very fussy with which Parma ham I use. I did try the one at Aldi, I think it was, but it tasted really... This is like stinky meat, and it was like particularly stinky. Like, it tasted a little bit poopy, so I wasn't a fan of that. This is the one that I use and I know I'm gonna like it. These are the little mini mozzarella balls that I get. So I basically pop these in. Honestly, when I came back from Italy, I went through like 5 packs of these in the space of like a week and a half. I change it up every single time, but today I'm going to use spinach, rocket and watercress, allegedly full of flavour, and then peaches. I'm just going to use 1 peach, and then obviously balsamic vinegar and olive oil. And I think I'm actually going to make myself a protein coffee to go with it. Obviously I had matcha this morning, and the caffeine content of this is 80 milligrams, so I'm still going to be way under my caffeine intake for the day. The gym was honestly really difficult. Like, yesterday was my first session back since being poorly, and it was way harder than I thought it would be. I was so much weaker than I thought I would be, but I think it's because I've been not training, obviously. I've been poorly, so my body's probably still feeling a little bit like, ooh. And I really wasn't eating much, like I said earlier, like I had no appetite at all. So I think my strength is just quite severely impacted. But I say this to clients all the time, so I need to remind myself, it comes back way quicker than it took you to build it up in the first place. So yeah, I was meant to do 30 minutes on the stairs, but I got to 20 and I was like, I don't think I can do longer. Like, I was sweating, way more sweaty than I usually am when I do 30 minutes. So I don't know what's happened there, but I did that and a little bit of core and a little bit of light stretching, and then I'm home. So yeah, this is the one I'm gonna use for my protein coffee. I'm just gonna mix it with water, but I will show you how I make my salad. It's very easy, very quick, but very tasty. I don't think it'll be for everyone, but get on the weird salad hype. Like watermelon and feta, delicious. Halloumi orange, really good. Halloumi with watermelon is really good. Strawberry and halloumi is really good. Strawberry in salads in general. Strawberry and chicken's quite nice together, so let's make a salad. I'm sweating. Hello, it's now, what time are we on now? 6:15, quite a bit later in the day. I'm about to make my tea. I've just been doing work and stuff, but obviously I'm trying to keep this food focused, okay? I don't know if the people that are watching the What I Eat in a Day want it vlog style, so I'm gonna make my tea now. There's a spot on my camera lens, but it's not, it's here. Oh wait, is that just a spot on my face? It's somewhere around the centre, and now that I've pointed it out, if you didn't see it before, you won't be able to unsee it, so it's here, I think. So I'm really sorry about that, but it's actually not on my lens, it's on my sensor, and apparently you can really mess it up if you try clean it yourself, so I'm gonna have to get that fixed. But I'm about to make my tea. I'm gonna make something super easy. I was gonna do chicken, but like the thought of eating chicken right now is just making me feel a bit ugh. So I'm actually gonna have chicken sausages, which is maybe a little bit dumb because I had chicken sausages for breakfast, but I think I'm gonna make like a chicken sausage and avocado pita bread with hot sauce. That's just what I'm fancying. In terms of food between the last time I saw you and now, I have eaten a slice of sorrine and some pepperoni max strength crisps. They're like Walkers, you know, the Walkers max ones. Honestly, the paprika ones are the best ones. The pepperoni ones are alright, they're alright, but they're not the paprika ones. Those are really, really good. So I'm gonna make my tea now. It's not that inventive, but you know, meals don't need to be, you know, groundbreaking. I feel like my lunch was I usually do one more interesting meal a day, and I feel like my lunch was the interesting meal of the day. So yeah, that's what I'm going to make for my tea now. And then I'll probably have a couple of snacks before bed, but I'll show you those. Also, obviously I'm not tracking and stuff at the moment, but I would say I've had quite a like high protein day so far. Protein is still important to me, even though I'm not tracking. I think that's a massive misconception, is that if you're not tracking, then you're not thinking about food at all. I am still thinking about it, I just can't be asked to track it. But a really, really, really good way of making sure that you're still getting a decent amount of protein in, even when you're not tracking, is just making sure that, like, I'm not saying every single thing you eat needs to have protein in it, but just being mindful of your choices. So like for breakfast, for example, that was really high in protein. My lunch was high in protein anyway, and then to make it a little bit higher, obviously I had the protein coffee. And yeah, like the snacks I've had today haven't been particularly proteinous, like an apple, some sorrine and some crisps, but my bedtime snacks would be a bit more proteiny. But I basically just build my meals around a really good chunk of protein, so that I'm not thinking about it too much or like stressing, but I'm still getting a good amount in. I'm happy with how my full day of eating is going so far. Let's go make some tea. Had my tea, and as you've seen, I've just made a little snack. I've got some, it's the Alpro Greek style plain yogurt with some raspberries. Is anyone watching Love Island when, what was she called? She's gone now, but Tiffany, when she was like, and raspberries because they're cute and hairy. And it didn't clock in my, I just thought, oh, she's like a little bit kooky, she's a little bit strange. It's quite funny. I thought it was quite funny anyway. And then someone on TikTok posted that Haribo's advert, and that was clearly the reference point. And I was like, oh, it actually makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, raspberries and then some agave syrup, just because I do find the yogurt can be a little bit bitter if I don't add something sweet. So I've done agave syrup because I don't think the raspberries will be quite enough to sweeten it up for me. But in terms of anything else I'm going to eat today, I think before bed I probably will have a pink lemonade magnum, because my mum came back from Morrison's with pink lemonade magnums, and if you have not had the pink lemonade magnums, you absolutely have to. The outside is like a lemony white chocolate with like bits of like raspberry or strawberry or something in it, and then the inside, I can't remember because the last time I had one was a couple months ago, but it's like a lemony ice cream with raspberry as well. And when I was little, we used to go to Hartlepool, and when we'd go to the seaside, my grandma or my uncle or my dad or whoever we were with would get us a lemon top, or you could get a raspberry lemon top, which is basically like an ice cream with lemon sorbet on top, or an ice cream with lemon and raspberry sorbet on top, and it tastes exactly like that. So it's really nostalgic for me. So I'll probably have that before bed, but as I'm not making it, I feel like I don't really need to show it. And then supplement wise, obviously I had my protein coffee earlier, but supplement wise, the only thing that I take every single day still, even though like I'm not tracking and I don't really have a specific goal, I'm still in the gym, I'm still strength training, I still want to get stronger, I'm still focused on my performance. And there is like, not conclusive research, but there is like a good amount of research that shows it might have cognitive benefits as well. So I stay on top of my creatine regardless of whether I'm cutting, bulking, tracking, intuitive eating, like whatever. This doesn't go out the window for me. This is the one that I'm using at the moment. It's the Protein Works, but I just use whichever one is cheapest when my creatine runs out, and this one was cheapest at the time, so this is the one that I use. You don't need anything fancy when it comes to creatine. You don't need any of this like Pure stuff. Like normal creatine is what all the research is done on. It's what all the big conclusive research has been done on. You don't need these fancy named ones that have just got like £20 added onto the price tag. Trust me, you don't need it. And also, I've spoken about this before, but a lot of people cut out creatine when they're cutting, and it will help you drop water weight, because obviously this can increase your water weight. But I would actually argue cutting is like a more important time to be keeping on top of your creatine, because it's going to help to keep your muscles looking fuller for longer, which most of us do want. But also it helps with your performance. Like, I'm not going to say it's like PEDs or steroids, like, and it's going to add like 20-30 kilos to your lift, and if you're not taking it, your strength's going to go completely out the window. But like, why wouldn't you want to take the one supplement that has a lot of research backing it, helping your performance, when your performance can be quite impacted when you're in a deficit already? Like, why wouldn't you want to help with this? And cutting this out isn't going to help you lose fat. Like, all it's going to do is drop water weight off the scales. So that would be my main thing when it comes to supplements, is creatine is my absolute #1 supplement to be taking. And yeah, if you want to cut it out, that's completely fine. You don't have to be taking it. But if you are going on a cut and you're thinking, I'm going to cut out creatine, I would ask yourself why, because I would actually say when you're in a cut is a more important time to be taking it. But yeah, this is what I eat in a day. Obviously what I eat every single day is different. I don't eat the same things every single day, especially not now that I'm back at home. Like, some nights I'll join in with what my mum and dad are having for tea. I don't doubt that tracking does cause issues for some people, but I just want to make it so clear, I don't have anything against tracking, and this isn't me saying I'll never track my food again, or I'm not tracking anymore, full stop. I'm just not tracking my food at the moment. So yeah, this isn't my like big announcement video that like I'm never tracking my food again. Like, I'm not tracking anymore. Although I might put that in the title because SEO purposes it might do a little bit better. The people love a controversy. But all jokes aside, I might go back to tracking. Hell, in 3 weeks time I might be back to tracking, but right now I'm not. But I feel like whenever anyone goes through a phase of not tracking, like tracking must be like satanic, or like even the other way around, like when people go back to tracking, it's then like, oh, like you can't do XYZ when you're intuitive eating. And like the answer lies somewhere in the middle with this. Like realistically, you can eat in a surplus without tracking it. You can eat in a deficit without tracking it. You can eat a high protein diet without tracking it. It boils down to, do you know enough about food to be able to do that? Because if you're not following a meal plan, I mean, that's not really intuitive eating anyway, because the reason why you're eating those meals is because they have specific calories and macros and it fits into whatever your goals are. But technically on paper, without tracking, you can end up in a deficit. Without tracking, you can end up at maintenance. Without tracking, you can end up in a surplus. Like all of the above things can be true. Is it harder to do it with accuracy? Yes, because you're not tracking it. Like it is 100% harder. It's not as easy, and I don't necessarily agree that you're going to be able to see really consistent results with intuitive eating if you've never tracked a day in your life and you don't know anything about food and you don't have anyone to help you with it, because it's actually quite difficult. And a lot of the people that do switch to intuitive eating and see all these amazing results have been tracking for like 5 to 10 years. So we've got to take what they're saying with a grain of salt when it comes to intuitive eating, because how, like I said at the start of this video, I'll be completely honest, how intuitive really was today, because I've been tracking for so long, I know exactly what's in the foods I'm eating. But I just want to make it really clear that I don't have anything against tracking, and same way goes if I go back to tracking. I don't have anything against intuitive eating. I think different strokes for different folks, but I really don't like this notion that anyone that tracks has an eating disorder. Like, yes, some people do use it in a way that's unhealthy, but I know for me, for example, when I was first starting out with my fitness journey, I would never have been able to eat enough food, because if I didn't track, I didn't eat anywhere near enough food. So it works both ways. You know, people don't just use tracking to lose weight, they can also use it to be gaining weight, and it doesn't work for some people. For some people it's too stressful, it triggers issues that they've got around eating, it can amplify any like disordered eating habits that they've got, but that's not the case for everyone. So this video, even though I've said that I'm not tracking and stuff, I'm just being open and honest, it's not me insinuating that there's something wrong with tracking. So I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you found this video helpful. Please note as well, I always try and disclaim this in every single video. I forgot to do it at the start, but this is what I eat in a day. The purpose of these videos is to pass on some knowledge about nutrition, which is why I like to do like the creatine chats and the chats about intuitive eating and tracking and all that sort of good stuff. And for meal inspo, it is not me prescribing you my full day of eating as a meal plan. Everyone needs different amount of calories. Your deficit might be less food than this, your deficit might be more food than this. Take meal inspiration from it, take some knowledge from the video, but eating like me won't make you look like me, just like eating like someone else won't make you look like them, just like me eating like someone else won't make me look like them. Nutrition is really individual, so yes, this video is for inspiration only. It's not me prescribing you a meal plan. And I've not included calories and macros in my videos for a while for that reason, because I just feel like it gets into murky waters. Obviously I don't know my calories and macros for today anyway, because I'm not tracking at the moment. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to and you haven't already, and let me know any other videos that you want to be seeing. Let me know if you are enjoying being back in the Rooks household. Honestly, it's been really weird today filming my food on like the cooker, and everything else, it just feels like such a throwback because I've not done this in years. But yeah, let me know what other videos you want to be seeing. If you want more full days of eating, if you want more intuitive eating videos, let me know. But yeah, thank you for being patient with me whilst I was sick. Hopefully we are back to regular uploads now, and I'll see you in my next video.